Mr. Speaker, our nation celebrates 60 years of independence this year. Indeed, it is a proud milestone for a young nation, and one that I believe many Singaporeans, including myself, celebrates with a smiling heart. As a country that began with virtually no resources when it first became independent, we have certainly built our assets over the decades with resolve and dedication. But this was never an easy path. 2025 budget certainly sets the tone on what it means to look out for all Singaporeans and how we can create our country together in the years ahead. One aspect of the budget statement that stood out for me is the human-centric approach and talent development. Singapore has long recognized the importance of investing in our young, ensuring they receive the best education and opportunities to contribute as our country grows. However, as we navigate the complexities of a globalized economy, it is imperative that we equip our young Singaporeans with the skills and experiences necessary to thrive in an interconnected world amidst increasing tensions across countries. Today, I will focus my speech on the need to shift our approach towards talent development in Singapore's current and future workforce. First, I believe that forging more strategic partnerships with global companies and establishing a new talent development initiative is necessary. By collaborating with multinational corporations, we can create global rotation programs where Singaporeans are hired and placed in various roles across the globe. This initiative would provide our young talents with invaluable exposure to diverse cultures, markets, business practices, and honing their leadership skills in order to broaden their perspectives. Many young Singaporeans aspire to work in MNCs, given the global exposure, the career development opportunities, the competitive compensation package, the vibrant work culture that is in place, and the networking potentials that these companies offer. By working with MNCs to hire and train Singaporeans, we can help our young Singaporeans meet their aspirations and gain the international experience that's much needed in order to excel in future senior leadership roles. However, we do acknowledge that MNCs will not automatically hire more Singaporeans. As a result, I believe the government will need to subsidize the cost of putting Singaporeans in the global job rotation programs. This should be viewed as an investment in our local talent pool, which I believe can pay off in the long run. Second, a differentiated look at the way we embrace talents and allocate resources to support their development. Let me elaborate this on three aspects. The first, global talents with a much more local emphasis. This is an issue that I believe is not unique to Singapore. Many cities across the world grapple with this and today find that increasing availability of competitive talents provides services from offshore. Over time, this will be a formidable threat to our local workforce without having the overseas talent to even be present in Singapore. We are also cognizant of a shrinking workforce locally given our low total fertility rate, and this implies the need to augment workers in different sectors through more options. I totally agree with what DPM Hing has just said. We need to have all these global bright minds with us, but we also need to find a way in order to create opportunities for Singaporeans to become the bridges and connectors that he referred to. The question is, how best do we do this such that Singaporeans continue to have equal opportunities to get good employment for a much longer period, and also the opportunities to participate in the global arena? Taking a reference from this company called Atos, is an international information technology services company who successfully implemented a global talent policy that aligns with their global and local talent management strategies. It has certainly proved to be effective for the investments they've made. Being in the digital space, Atos certainly faced the challenge of a dynamic market trends and the constraint that needs to retain their own talents. Yet they are focused on the skills development of their employees, ensuring development pathway and positive employee experience which translate to positive customer experiences that help sustain their business. We need an equivalent framework that encourages MNCs and large local corporates to provide similar approach in incentivizing the development process and retention of talents. Next, shifting the implementation approach for MNCs and our local SMEs. We are committed to support our MNCs, both the MNCs and our local SMEs. By differentiating employment pass quotas and providing targeted incentives, we aim to create such a balanced ecosystem where both sectors can thrive. The Tech at SG program, a joint initiative by the Economic Development Board and Enterprise Singapore, supports this balanced approach, helping both the fast-growing local companies and SMEs to access critical talent. Businesses thrive when there are economies of scales. And MNCs bring to Singapore important business flows, not only in terms of the scale of business, but they also serve a broader region beyond Singapore, with a natural opportunity that allows SMEs to provide goods and services, which in turn will help Singapore's economy to be more resilient. To make this implementation possible, I would like to suggest a few measures to be considered. 1. Differentiated quotas. Implement separate employment pass quotas for MNCs and SMEs, with a more generous quota towards our SMEs. This way, the SMEs can hire more talented foreigners without increasing the overall number of foreign workers in Singapore. 2. Salary thresholds. Increase the minimum qualifying salary for MNCs to hire foreign professionals in junior roles. This merits the opportunity to develop a sizable local workforce with time that will enhance the capabilities which can value add to the company and support rotational roles when the opportunity arises. 3. Skills transfer programs. Encourage MNCs to implement skills transfer programs where they are required to train local employees to take on senior roles gradually. Likewise, we need concrete steps to be in place to ensure that government-linked companies provide ample internships for IT and polytechnic students, while we establish the mechanisms for accountability to ensure the initiatives can be successful over time. 4. Talent flow to SMEs. Not everyone who undergoes global rotation program will continue to work in MNCs. We should create a pathway for some of these trained talents to be able to flow into our SMEs. By making them available for the SMEs, they will bring their valuable experiences and skills to strengthen our local businesses. Such talent flow would benefit both the individuals involved and yield significant advantages for Singapore as a whole. By cultivating a pool of experienced global leaders, we also enhance our ability to retain the MNCs within our borders. These leaders, equipped with a deep understanding of international business dynamics, will be better positioned to drive innovation, foster economic growth, and ensure that Singapore remains a hub for global commerce for a long time to come. Next, about harnessing and broadening our talent pool. I would say each year, over 9,000 youths sit for N-level examinations. Many of these students eventually go to enroll in our ITEs. Have we considered to allow students who are not academically inclined to enroll in ITE much earlier, say at the age of 13? This would allow them to begin skills development over a longer horizon and discover their niche in the various trade crafts that are suitable to their own abilities, which can be useful as they explore their future careers. Further, we can consider expanding IT to have a stronger focus on technical skills development. And if they can excel in some specific areas, for example, like cross-skills capabilities development and our use, this will prove to be very valuable for the future unpredictable work environment. These initiatives, as much as I've said, will need to be implemented in phases, allowing us to evaluate and refine our approach that's based on feedback and outcomes. This will ensure that we can address any challenges and make the necessary adjustments in order to make sure they will become successful in the implementation. And so, lastly, a healthy and successful career pathway must be balanced with one's well-being and one that caters for their mental health and work-life balance. This is integral to our vision of a healthy and thriving society. While economic success cannot guarantee a person's well-being, expanding the options and pathways available to all Singaporeans for their career choices will help more people achieve their dreams, thus creating a more inclusive and cohesive society for future generations. Providing diverse opportunities for our citizens not only empower them to excel in their potential, it also fosters a greater sense of fulfillment and purpose. When individuals feel supported and valued, it boosts their overall happiness and contributes to a stronger and more resilient community at work. While we do not have infinite resources to double down and resolve all challenges, We should have faith that investing in Singaporeans will pay off in the future. We must believe that every Singaporean is capable and responsible and should be given every opportunity that the country can afford. To enable the future where equity and inclusivity are strong values that anchor this country, we need to commit to ensure that opportunities are accessible to all Singaporeans regardless of their background. This includes implementing fair and transparent selection processes and providing additional support to those who need it. This is a long-term commitment and a topic we should focus on, investing when we have budget surplus. Sir, I see Singapore with a future of opportunities and hope. We have many assets that our forefathers and the current generation have built together as a united country. These are rare assets in the fractious world today. I consider this a blessing to have and one we should treasure to preserve and enhance for our future generations. Our people is one key asset. Competition is inevitable both locally and globally. It exists before and will only be more rampant in the years ahead. Thus, I advocate that we begin to emphasize on our goal of providing more pathways for success by diversifying our talent development strategies, by offering broad opportunities for exploration from young. We aim to reduce the pressure and allow individuals to find and pursue their unique strength and interest. By investing in our young talents and providing them with opportunities for global exposure, we not only secure their future, but also fortify our nation's position as a leader in the international arena. Through our investment for individuals to understand the necessary skills to develop, building upon their strengths, our workforce can truly live up to a continuous learning and adaptation mindset in the ever-changing global landscape. This will, over time, result in more innovative, balanced, and sound economy, enabled by the creation of the economic growth destiny that our citizens are part of. With a healthier and happier workforce, we too look towards a more harmonious and prosperous society. I urge the government to take a vital step towards broadening our definition of success and how Singaporeans can have more choices in their career pathway as we join hands to ensure Singapore's continued success on the global stage. With this, I rise in support of the budget.